What's up, everyone? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys this five-game slate here on Thursday. So we're back on PrizePicks as usual, covering another NBA slate. If you haven't signed up for PrizePicks yet, you can sign up using promo code Upstate. That'll give you a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100. So it's a fun way to play, man. I mean, you got Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo on the slate. You got a really good game here. Golden State, Milwaukee. You can take the over on Steph Curry. You can take the under on Giannis. So like you can mix and match different players, different props. You can take Curry in points, Giannis over in assists, or you can mix and match someone with the NFL. We got playoffs coming around. We do cover the NFL, the main slates usually on Sunday, but now that the regular season is over, we're going to be covering a lot of different playoff slates. And then on the NBA, we cover that Monday through Saturday. So, yeah, good time over here where you pretty much kind of just break down the slate. We kind of just run through each different category and talk about who we like. And, there's a lot of players. Only 6 games here today compared to like the 9 we had yesterday. But still, really good slate. I'm really liking this one. And then we do offer some premium content over on Patreon, and Riyad's going to tell you about that.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the Patreon. We're doing write-ups. We're doing top hit rates. Just a lot of value for what you're really paying over on the Patreon. We just launched our Patreon only Discord, so we're just throwing out a lot of value, and you can find that at patreon.com/upstate. It will also be in the link in the description.
Yeah, we're having a really good month so far, man. January's been a really good month. It's crazy that we're almost halfway through January at this point, but thank you to everyone who signed up so far. The Discord has been awesome to connect with you guys a little bit more, so that's going to be awesome. We're going to continue to grow that little community we got going on over there, and we're going to keep pumping out some content for you guys. So let's hit this slate, man. Points category, Riaz. A couple guys look pretty good. I mean, someone like Kevon Looney, 5 out of the last 5, but he never really gets us there. He's never really going to smash that line. Klay Thompson, of course, back-to-back games hits that line. And Curry, obviously fantastic. So who are you looking at in this Milwaukee Golden State game?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot to talk about. Andrew Wiggins looks good. Definitely, we haven't really seen this line for Curry at 25 and a half, and still no Draymond Green. There's reports that they're going to limit Clay, even though he's only played 20 minutes so far. I could see him probably playing 15, maybe 17 minutes here tonight, and I know he's resting on Thursday, so a lot of value you're going to get with Wiggins and Curry tonight. So I have no problem going to either of them. Both lines look really good for me.
Yeah, I think both these guys look really good. I mean, I think this game just looks awesome. Giannis even at 30. Um, I mean, realistically, with no Draymond and stuff like that, even with Draymond, there's not really a good matchup for Giannis on this team. I mean, I'm saying no one can really match up with Giannis on the Warriors. I mean, he can really just abuse on the inside. So I think Giannis in this matchup too looks really good. But even in a different category, Giannis over an assist, been smashing that too. But we'll get to that. So over in points, still going down a little bit further. I think a couple guys look pretty good. I think this Memphis and Minnesota game looks really good as well. I think Anthony Edwards, a lot of major sites have him at 21.5. I think here on PrizePicks you're getting him at 20.5, which is a really good discount. He's viable to pretty much smash any night. He's coming off 2 days of rest, off a nice game against the Pelicans. So I like this matchup for him too. I mean, I think he has a chance to really pop off in this one.
This almost looks like one of the better games on the slate. I know that Milwaukee and Golden State game is going to be really good, but there's just a lot of players you can choose from in this game. I mean, Carl Anthony Towns, you can never really bat your eye to him. Not playing that great. I mean, 40 against Houston, but you really can't even look at that because everyone just seems to smash against Houston and OKC. But even a guy like Desmond Bain, I mean, he doesn't really do much other than score the ball. I mean, tough game against Golden State, only having 11, but before them, back-to-back games with 23 points. And at 17 and a half, where a game I'm really expecting to be pretty high scoring. Desmond Bain is for sure in play.
Yeah, no, for sure. Bane's been really good. So far this season. It's he struggles in a couple games. I mean, 11 against Cleveland, 11 against Golden State, but really can shoot the ball. Haven't really went to D'Lo much so far this season. There's been a couple games where he's really had, really good games. I've been on Ja quite a bit, but this is the matchup I'm really not really looking for here. And then further down, I mean, Dayron Sharp. A lot of people. I mean, the the picture they got for this guy is just classic. But man, yeah, he had a good one out there against Chicago yesterday, and they're without a lot of people here. Brooklyn is. So, I mean, I don't know if they're officially all listed out or if they're just questionable at this time. Do you know that news, Riaz?
Yeah, Kevin Durant is out, Patty Mills is out, Claxton's out, LaMarcus Aldridge is out. So definitely look for James Harden here playing OKC. We know his hit rate is pretty awful, especially at 25 and a half. But with no Durant, no Kyrie, since this is in Brooklyn, definitely look for James Harden here tonight. I mean, everyone smashes against OKC, and with them really being without everyone and really just relying on James Harden tonight at 25 and a half, he for sure has that 30, 35 point upside here tonight.
Yeah, I got him at 28.5 right here on my screen right now. I mean, what do you think about 28.5? Do you think that's a little bit too high?
I don't love 28 and a half. That seems like he has to get 30. In a sense, he doesn't. He can get 29, but 28 and a half just seems way too much. I mean, just rolling out the guys that they're rolling out with, I would kind of lean more towards these OKC guys. Like Lou Dort's not a bad play at 16 and a half. We know his 3 point upside. And then Josh Giddy at 13 and a half. That almost feels like a steal to me. We know he gets the job done with his assist and rebounding, but any given night, I feel like Giddy could go out there and get you 15, 16 points. And he had a nice game against Washington, scoring 18. So don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. I think as well, Jokic here at 23.5, solid little discount as well. We'll see where his rebounds are at. I'm gonna assume it's like 13. But no, he looks really good too. He's at 23.5, so he's not really gonna go out there and give you like three pointers, but he definitely can hit one or two of them. But I like the matchup against Nurkic, who's been playing better as of late. And then Aaron Gordon had a really nice game against the Clippers, 30 against the Clippers. I mean, sometimes he's a really like lower usage guy, which could scare me a little bit. Sometimes he goes out there and puts up like 8 shots, but I mean, if he's going to continue to score the ball like that, I mean, that was just an ugly game. The final score was, the total score maybe like 160, 170 for that game. Very ugly game, very slow pace. Looked like it was played in like the 1970s. So I don't know if I want to get to Aaron Gordon here, but Jokic definitely is a guy with amazing usage. So let's hop over to rebounds, man. Anyone you like here?
Yeah, there's a couple people I like here. I mean, definitely you can go to Bobby Portis. I don't particularly love his line when it's at 9.5, but against this Golden State team with Looney down low, no Draymond Green, you don't really know what kind of lineup they're really going to throw out here tonight. But he's just been smashing the boards. 4 out of the last 5, just grabbing double-digit boards almost every single night. And I know I love when he's at 7.5, but the production of the minutes and how many boards he's been grabbing, it's kind of hard for prize picks to keep him at 7.5. So I really don't mind this 9.5. I know Giannis grabs a bunch of boards, but really other than Giannis, it's really Bobby Portis.
I mean, these guys are both viable to hit. They both can have really good games rebounding the ball, so I don't mind going to either of those guys. But I think Portis looks really good as well. Going down a little bit, we're still waiting for Ja to have a serious breakout game in the rebounds. I mean, 9 against Detroit, yeah, but like just been around this number, so I don't really want to get to him. Towns, he's burnt me a bunch of times so far this season on rebounds. He had the good game against OKC with like 16 rebounds. Stats aren't loading right now for me. Yeah, 16 against OKC, but since then, I mean, just not assertive in terms of rebounding the ball. I mean, the guards rebound the ball pretty well on that team. Vanderbilt's been getting a lot of rebounds too, so obviously that helps them out. So anyone else down here look good? I mean, you talked about Giddy a little bit. Harden's a triple-double factor. Anyone here interest you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't mind James Harden at 8.5. I feel like in this game, so shorthanded, it almost feels like one of those games where he's just going to pop off and have a triple double. So with just the guys around him, I feel a little more comfortable going to his rebounds than assist. I feel like he's going to have to score a little bit more, and maybe grabbing a couple offensive rebounds kind of helps this team out a little bit, and kind of helps us here at this 8.5 line. I think that's a really good line for him. And then going down here, Nurkic. This is a very shorthanded team. No Powell, no Lillard, no CJ McCollum, no Simons. I mean, this is just a kind of a depleted team, and they're going to really rely on Nurkic here tonight in a big way, grabbing offensive boards, grabbing defensive boards. So I think here at 10 against Jokic, this just seems like a really good matchup where he goes out and grabs 15, 14 boards here tonight.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, we've seen crazy games out of him, previously, and that was with, their lineup at full strength. So I think he looks really good at 10 there. Over in the assist category, not much for me today. Harden at 11.5 just seems a little bit too high. I mean, the upside's obviously unreal. Um, but for me today, I like his rebounds a little bit more. But other than that, I think Jokic is almost feels like he's due for another big one in my opinion. But like I hate to just kind of go gut on Jokic. But I don't know, man. I think that's pretty much it for me in assists here. I'm not really interested in many guys in this category today.
I mean, Steph Curry's definitely a guy to look at. Monster game against Memphis, and with no Draymond Green and Clay being limited tonight, he's definitely going to have to pick it up against the Bucks team. We know if Curry really starts struggling and Wiggins starts struggling, I mean, this could be just an awful blowout game for the Bucks to just kind of take over. So Steph Curry is going to have another really good game. So at 6.5, that's just a really great line for him. We don't really ever see him creep up towards 7.5. His line's usually around 5.5. So at 6.5 with Draymond Green being out, I kind of like the value there.
I think it looks good as well, man. I mean, we've seen the big games out of him, especially recently, which definitely helps. And then even Giannis, I mean, 80% hit rate in the last five looks pretty good. We saw the game 10 against the Pelicans, 9 against Brooklyn. There's no reason tonight that he can't get there again for us. I mean, Middleton definitely can shoot the ball. I know they're without Holiday right now, but they got shooters around Giannis, so definitely he's in a solid spot too. And then over in 3-pointers made, only 7 guys here right now. Anyone here interest you? I know Curry's been dropping lately. I mean, that line's looking pretty enticing.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely was looking at his four for sure, but the guy next to him, Andrew Wiggins, has just been really lighting it up. Coming off a 3-pointers made against Memphis. I mean, 1.5. He's got I believe it's a 70 or 60% hit rate at this line, and especially against Memphis, who gives up kind of the most threes in the league. They're really not the best at guarding the perimeter, especially with Drew Holiday being out. I think Andrew Wiggins can definitely take advantage here and make a couple of threes to kind of keep this game close.
Yeah, no, his points look pretty good tonight too as well. I mean, I think Wiggins is due for a nice big game here. Russell, people have been going to him lately, and I can't blame him. Been smashing. 4, 5, and 4 in the last 3 games, and 4 against Utah. One kind of mute against OKC, but he's back in a solid spot. Back in a solid spot again here tonight. So I think he looks not bad as well. So we'll hop over to fantasy score. I was all over Ja against the Warriors, 51. So I don't mind going back to him here tonight. I mean, realistically, he can do a lot for us besides for just score. We know that. So Ja always looks good to me. And Curry at the top at 48. I mean, he definitely can give us a 30 bomb in the scoring. And if he is going to rack up some assists and some rebounds, I mean, I don't think he looks bad either.
No, not at all. And even Gary Payton in this game, if Clay's not going to play that much, I feel like they're not going to adjust this line where it should be. And even since Clay's been back, he's 4 out of the last 5. Just kind of getting over here. Besides that Dallas game, where there was no Clay, but if Clay's going to play 15, 17 minutes, Gary Payton's going to play probably 25, maybe even 30 here tonight against this Milwaukee team. And at 23.5, we know the production he can do on defense, racking up a couple steals, which is worth 3. But not only that, he's an unbelievable athlete where he could get a couple fast break dunks, couple threes. I mean, 23.5 just seems low for him.
I know. Yeah, for real. I mean, he's a guy, just the defense is just amazing on him. On ball defense. If he can rack up some steals that are worth 3 points, that is amazing. And then all the way at the bottom, I mean, Harden at 58, I mean, just seems a little bit too high. Like, he'd have to have a monster game. Jokic, too, I mean, I think he looks good. But, Nurkic with all the production here at 40, I mean, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, we've seen 20 games out of Nurkic, so I don't think it's too bad to go there. But you always deal with foul trouble, and these two are going to be going at it. So it's just a little bit iffy. And like I said, Gordon had the big game, got us there with scoring against the Clippers. I mean, he can give you 25 points, but I don't know. That game just looks ugly to me at the bottom.
Yeah, and then just the last guy I want to talk about, you could definitely go to Josh Giddy here tonight at 34.5. I think if this Brooklyn team was at full strength, I would kind of lean away from this OKC team. I think this would just be a complete blowout and no one would really see the minutes. But with how depleted this team is here tonight, with everyone resting, everyone dealing with some injuries, 34.5, we know the production he can have assisting the ball, rebounding the ball, and even scoring points. So we saw him already get a triple-double so far this year. 62.6 against Dallas, which was just unbelievable. But Giddy at 34 and a half, just everything he does, just the volume of shots, the rebounding and the assist. I mean, it's really hard to kind of fade him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, look at 62.6 against Dallas. I mean, that's amazing. We've seen huge games out of him before. No reason he can't do it tonight against Brooklyn, who was absolutely depleted. So I think that'll wrap things up for us, man. I mean, I think we went through a lot of guys here. I like this slate, and we've got 2 games on this slate that look amazing. I mean, Milwaukee, Golden State, and also Memphis and Minnesota, I think looks awesome. Those are two games that have really tight spreads, so I like these games, and I'm excited to get to this, man. We got NFL coming Saturday. Also UFC, they're doing another event this month. They took a huge break, a couple weeks off, so we're back with some UFC stuff. If you guys are UFC fans, we're gonna get to that stuff as well. We talk about betting over there, and we talk about some prize pick stuff as well. So thank you guys for watching. Let's hit this slate hard, and I hope you guys win tonight. Thank you guys. Peace.